Hello friends, welcome to our Rockstar Virat YouTube channel. In the previous video, we have started our English literature preparation for SETNET exam, and I think you will be, you will got this video series will be helpful for you. See, in this video, we are going to learn about Anglo Saxon period. Anglo Saxon period is useful to study because when we are studying about English literature, we have to study various format Middle English literature, Old English literature, and modern English literature, so that we can answer the questions asked in the examination. And for the various purpose, we have to start studying from Anglo-Saxon period. This period is useful for us because various questions are asked from this period also, and various poetry, various debate poetry, various couplets are there. We have to study. So let's start our first topic of English literature. If you have not seen our previous video, please see that video so that you can understand for preparation of our English language literature. So let's start. In this video, we are going to learn about Anglo-Saxon period, and in this we have to firstly focus on how this period is working. This period is refers period from the Norman conquest to the Middle English of the 14th century. Okay, and the Norman conquest inaugurated a distinctly new epoch where the clergy instead on the use of Latin and the nobility on the use of French chronicles, religious and didactic writing, poetry and drama were the popular form of writing. We have to see there was from that in that period Old English literature, we have to focus on various literatic device used to express our thoughts are in poetry format and in didactic writing. Okay, didactic writing format. Okay, then you have to see in this format various drama which was also there. So we have to study all the format and various novel work from this also. See, Anglo-Saxon term is used historically to describe the member of Germanic peoples who from the 5th century, the time of the Norman conquest 1066, and inhabited the rule of territories that are today part of England and Wales. Then see, according to the STBD, the Venerable, the Anglo-Saxon were the descendants of three different Germanic people. Which are they? They are like the Angles, Saxons and Jute. By bits of account, those peoples are originally migrated from northern Germany to the Iceland of Britain in the 5th century at the invitation of Vortigern, and a ruler of Britons, to help defend his kingdom against marauding the invasion by the Picts and the Scotti, who occupied what is now Scotland. Then Picts and Scotti, who occupied what is now Scotland, is called as archaeological evidence suggests that the first migrant from of the Germanic areas of mainland Europe included settlers from Frisia and antedate the Roman withdrawal from Britain about 410 CE. Their subsequent settlement in what is now England laid the foundation for the new latter kingdoms of Essex, Sussex and Wessex, East Anglia and Middle Anglia and Mercia and Northumbria, Angles and Kent Jutes. Then ethnically, the Anglo-Saxons actually represented an admixture of Germanic peoples with Britain and then pre-existing Celtic inhabitants and the subsequent Viking and Danish invaders. Then see, the peoples of each of the various Anglo-Saxon kingdoms spoke distinctive dialects. They spoke distinctive dialects. In that which evolved over time together became known as Old English. This period is known as Old English. Within that variety of dialects, like an expectation of rich vernacular literature emerged. Examples includes the masterful epic poem Beowulf. This poem is for important, like a Beowulf poem, because various questions are asked from this in the previous year. Beowulf and the Anglo Saxon Chronicle, a collection of manuscripts that cover events in the early history of England. Then the term Anglo-Saxon, we have to learn about the term, what is it called as Anglo-Saxon, seems to have been a first used of continental writing in the late 8th century to distinguish the Saxons of Britain from those of the European continent, whom St. Bede, the Venerable, had called Antioch, like Saxons. It's called as Old Saxons. The name formed a part of a title like Rex Anglo-Saxonium, King of the Anglo-Saxons, which was sometimes used by the King Alfred of Wessex and regained 87199 and some of his successors. In this, we have to learn about that historical background also. Why? Because if you learn that historical background, then only you can remember the various poetries are you can understand why that poetry is or prose or anything is written in that format, and why they are expressing their feeling about that God and all that points. By the time of the Norman conquest, the kingdom had developed from the realm of the Anglo-Saxon peoples had become known as England, and Anglo-Saxon as a collective term for the region's people was eventually supplanted of English. For some time thereafter, Anglo-Saxon persisted as an informal synonym for English. What is called as synonym for English, okay? But that use of diminished as immigrant from Asia, Africa, the Caribbean and other areas beyond Northern Europe further rehashed Britain's ethnic composition. Now see, what is that Anglo-Saxon? Anglo-Saxon continues to be used to refer to a period of the history of Britain, generally defined as the years between the end of Roman occupation and the Norman conquest, end of Roman occupation and to the Norman conquest. During that period, through the various peoples commonly grouped together as Anglo-Saxons. You have to know what is that Anglo-Saxon. See, Anglo-Saxons were not politically unified until the 9th century. Then and there again, after the English interrupted 26 years of Danish rule that began 1016 with the accession of Canute. तर इथे आपल्याला हेच लक्षात घ्यायचं आहे की जो अँग्लो सॅक्सन पिरियड आहे याच्यामध्ये कशा पद्धतीने बदल झालेला आहे, आणि यामध्ये जो की आपण आताही पाहिला की बिओवुल्फ जो आहे तो बिओवुल्फ आपल्याला एक नोबेल वर्क आहे जो की आपल्याला लक्षात ठेवायचा आहे. कुठल्या ह्याच्यातला आहे? अँग्लो सॅक्सन क्रॉनिकल्स मधला आहे. तर हे तुम्हाला लक्षात आलं पाहिजे. सो यू कॅन अंडरस्टँड अँड यू कॅन आन्सर दिस टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन्स. ओके. And so in this video we learn about how the Anglo-Saxon periods was which peoples are identified like Anglo-Saxon and all that. In our next video we will continue to talk about what is that Anglo-Saxon period, which importance of that Anglo-Saxon period we have to remember while preparation of net set exam, and various questions asked in these topics see, the Norman conquest brought to the power of French speaking ruling class. French became the language of dash dash. Then you have to understand that French becomes the language of law and Old English, and it becomes speaking of French language to the upper class and English language for the middle class or the lower class people. And we have to study all the detailed information regarding that, and we are going to learn how to answer that questions correctly, so that you can answer the questions, any questions asked from this English literature section of that old English literature, so that you have to stay tuned to our Rockstar Virat Power YouTube channel, and please comment like if you like this video or not, so that I can also improve while making a new video. Till then, see you soon. Bye bye.